All right, so second attempt. This is still FFA Masters League. This is still match 42, hopefully the last remake for today. And my name is Hightech, and with me tonight, Knecht, the creator of this wonderful map. Hello.
Hello, I'm also here. Yeah.
Yeah, glad to have you. I thought it might be nice to get some insights that we usually can't get while playing the map. Some of the maps that we regularly play, we don't even know anymore who uh, who it
Yeah,
was
yeah,
created
yeah.
by. So really
That's
cool.
usually this situation with older maps.
Yeah,
Even like Twisted Meadows and some other maps have been created by people for a contest in 2002, but I mean, almost no one knows the name of
yeah.
the creator now.
Yeah, it's a bit easier within our community because some of the map makers are still around or just returned, like Red now, and Cumulo has always been around in the
Yeah,
last couple
yeah.
of years. So he has a high frequency of new maps. So we are blessed in that regard. But let's see here now. So we have still 4 players. No doubles around this time. We do have Godfather from Bulgaria here in the north. Still undead, thankfully. So we may see Necrowagon. Really enjoy that usually. Fetta from Sweden here, being the sub. He's replacing Arnie, who has to sleep still. So he was too lazy to schedule, so we had to replace him. Fetta with Orc here, and next to him we have Ashalar from the US, also Orc, so we may see some Orc mirror here. And last but not least, FML champion from season 2 and 3, which was back in 2006, then gone for I think a decade, and now you are gone. But I will continue. You
Oh, fucking hell.
now you dropped.
It seems like I got a disconnect.
Um,
Would it be okay if I just
yeah,
watch the
sure.
stream and
Sure. Yeah, you can. Like, also, if you have some minutes, I leave it up to you. Feel free to like let me know if you had any specific thoughts when creating the map. I mean, you already said you did not have much time, but still, were there any specifics that you intentionally created because of something that you had in mind?
yeah, so one of those things I wanted on the map was trying to play with those rogue rebels, even though I haven't seen anyone use it, but you can destroy them, and they were made in such a way that you could just open the path, and if you let the creeps there, the enemy could like move their units, and they would aggro it because of the pathing that you opened with those rebel.
You mean in the center, right? Like these.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
center and at the merc camps. That's
Yep.
where the green camp is
Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right.
with the golems.
Yeah, we have them on some like 2-on-2 maps, right? Like on some other maps, we have them like always forget the name of this one 2-on-2 map that I really hate.
Yeah, avalanche.
Avalanche.
Avalanche
Yes,
is the rebel.
I really dislike that one because it's only about messing. But yeah,
Yeah, to be honest, the rebel, I really hate working with rebel, and whenever it's used on a, it's like really boring. It slows the game down,
yeah,
but I think it has potential.
yeah. I think
Like
it's
there's
definitely
so much stuff.
nice. Yeah. It's definitely nice. Like we will see if it ever comes into play. Really, I do think if you look at it, at least now where like it's still very early in the game, it there is a chance that it can shorten the path to your enemy if you destroy it, depending where your enemy harvests the lumber. So obviously, if the enemy is going to open up the entire back of the main base, like remove all the trees here, then it doesn't really matter if there's a barricade or not. But I definitely see. I'm interested to see if it has any impact, and
I mean, it would have a much higher impact in like 1v1, 2v2. But FFA is like this crazy type of game where
yeah.
these things might not matter that much.
Yeah. And when it comes to the 3 expansions in the center, do you, like, was there any, like, did you have in mind that it's kind of interesting to have this uneven number of expos in case it's played with 4 players?
Yeah, I actually didn't think that I didn't think that through, because like I always thought that it would be played with 6 players, but that's why
That's how crazy we are. We
there's
play 6-player
yeah.
maps with 4 players.
But I mean, it's for the better, because then there's actually some red creep spots and scouting is more important. So, I mean, it adds to the game.
I think it's interesting, yep. And from the games I've seen so far, players really seem to be interested to get them early and try to secure them. And I did see a lot of fighting because obviously one player can't get one of these expos here. So yeah, will be interesting. So do you want to watch the stream? Like, we can continue talking, but I don't want to keep you off the stream if you want to watch it rather. So I leave that.
I mean, like, I can't really comment on
yeah.
what's happening in game, but I mean, at least I can give some insight if
Yeah, as you like, for sure.
that's what you want.
And you can just comment on what you see with a 15-minute delay, because that's what we're streaming with.
Yeah, that's really.
But I can.
I can even see the first game and
Yeah.
the disconnect now. Yeah, great.
But the information that I can give to you already is that the first barricade got destroyed. So not sure if
So
it was
finally
because
someone did it.
yeah, someone was maybe too lazy to like walk around the trees. I'm not sure. Or for fun, like same fun that you get off killing critters.
mean,
I don't know.
I even reduced the hit points on the rubber.
Oh really? Yeah, I was about to say that was a very quick kill, because on some maps, like as you say, it can slow the game down, because it, like, especially if you want to get a larger army through this, a larger ground army, it can take time until you have either squeezed the entire army through one like, barricade.
Because every rebel has like I think it's 250 HP. I don't know what armor type it has or whatever. But I reduced it to 50% of it, so it's like 100 something.
No, I think it makes sense. Like, it's a very, very weak rock barricade.
Yeah, because when I played with it on 100%, like as a human main with Footman and Archmage, it took really long, in my opinion,
Yeah,
to
it does.
get some path there.
Yeah, there's no real value to it. All right, so getting back to the game here, we do have a target with a Paladin first, as in the first game, hosting attempt. A Panda second, so interesting combo. Will he go for an Archmage third? I don't know. We'll see. He is creeping the first golem here, and that's easy with Rifleman at this point. So he will get his Panda close to level 3 here. I don't think he will get it to level 3. Not barely. And yeah, he has some nice items already on a map here without markets. it's really important to find some of these items, especially with a hero like Panda. Sobi Mask, really, really valuable unless you get an Archmage third, and even then it's still a nice item. For Fetta here, not the best items. Crystal Ball, I think, maybe underrated sometimes. I think can be nice if you find it, especially in a no-chat game. If you don't forget to use it, it's nice to see every now and then if maybe one of the other players was killed. And the first engagement here between Target and Godfather, who is trying to defend his expo here against this attack, and Rifleman dealing some damage, but against triple undead hero and this one Fiend, it's just not enough. So he will lose this, and therewith he will lose the damage for like any follow-up attack. So once pushed back, I think Target will need some time to recover here and take the second expo, because he's on one expo still at this point. And interestingly, no one has taken any mid expo yet. Ashalar getting close to Fetta's main base here, and I can't see him creep jacking, but I'm not sure. Like Fetta sees it, and and Fetta is going to lose this Tauren, so that's not like that Tauren. That first Tauren is very, very costly, especially if you're in the situation on 2 expos only, and that 1 expo may even die if Ashalar decides to attack it. On the other side, Godfather doing a good job pushing back Target here with his triple heroes, although his Lich hasn't... Oh, and the Panda! He's just ignoring the Panda for some reason. Without any potions, the Panda could have died there. But yeah, continues creeping here on the other side, so Ashalar going for this spot. And yeah, I really like the slight fog on this map. Is it something that you added, Knecht, that you added like intentionally just for the atmosphere?
Yeah, it was intentional. I must admit that when I started making this map, I usually work in the 126 editor, because it's the last one that supports Czech language. But
that supports what? Sorry, your voice cut off.
the Czech language.
Ah, okay.
But in the meantime, I moved to the Reforged editor, and the fog has somewhat different properties in Reforged. But yeah, the fog just creates the atmosphere, and I really like using it.
Yeah, especially on this map. I think it's like with a way. I think it just feels really like this, like a forest, like deep in the forest, with this fog here. Like I think it's really useful on this map, and it's not too strong, so it's not really. There are some maps that are too dark, not because of the fog, but because of the lighting. But on this map, it really, I think it favors, yeah, it favors the atmosphere, and also the lighting in the center. We don't really see it that much yet because there's not much going on at this point. But yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one thing that most map makers really undervalue, because usually the fog is kept standard. That's what you get when you make a new map. Like, it's really high. You can't really see it.
Okay.
So plus the lighting does really much as well. I believe Ashenville has the darkest night and brightest day.
Okay. I didn't know that. Like, I know some maps that have different lighting, but there are only a few maps where I think it's... I see how it can be distracting, especially if you use like this lighting as you use it here in the center. If you use it more widely on a map, I can see why it may distract some players, but I think here it's not like just used in this space in the center. I think it's it looks beautiful, like this lighting. I remember it from one of the maps in the Hive map contest, and yeah, I found it really nice, and I didn't see it on many other maps yet. So, going back to the game, so we now have both sides fighting. We have a one-on-one on the bottom side between Fetta and Ashalar. And Fetta here with the torrents, spirit linked, bloodlusted, so no chance. Ashalar is going to hold this, I think, with maybe he is. Like after eating both torrents here, he might be able to hold this or to push through this, but not so sure. There's some mana still to work with. Fetta needs to apply Spirit Link again, I'd say. It's really missing here. Really want to have Spirit Link recasted, especially if you have that many Spirit Walkers. And yeah, Ashalar pushing him back on the other side. Godfather lost some worms here earlier, and that's a lot of rifles, and I'm still pretty impressed by Target that he's able to recover after losing like 5 riflemen early, but now he's losing the MK, just level 2, but yeah, he kills the Dreadlord in return, so still looking pretty good for him. Like Fiends are not able to really do much, and Lich is almost out of mana. One more Nova to work with here, but yeah, some nice experience here for both players, but the Panda is close to 5, and that's going to be scary here for Godfather. And yeah, he also lost his Expo, which is a big deal. So now Target has the chance to catch up in Expos. He also lost his natural, but he is getting this one, so yeah, we do see the disease cloud doing some work here. So these riflemen have to go back to war despite being heavily diseased, poisoned, whatever. And yeah, this mid expo is really a lifesaver for Ashalar. I think without that he would have been in a much more difficult position here. Ooh, and the Dreadlord is about to die. I think Godfather will be forced to give this up. Like, there are some juicy low HP riflemen that he can kill from the back, so the Lich is doing some good work, but he needs to be really careful. I don't... Ooh! Nice coil here. There is some mana still on this Paladin for several more... At least, let's say, 4 to 5 more Divine Shields. So, not Divine Shields, Holy Lights. So he can stay in there. And Godfather is going to lose this Expo. I think he should get up the tower, try to kill this tower at all costs, and then... I don't know. Yeah, he's under heavy pressure here. And he's also... he was trying to stay on 54 a bit. I think he should consider to use his gold. And honestly, I'm not so sure if Fiends are really the way to go. I like the Abo. I think Abos are nice. Frostworms, I guess, against these heroes also can be okay. Like, at least for the slow, if you keep them out of range of all these riflemen. But like, you can't lose them. He doesn't have the gold to really invest heavily into worms. And here on the south side, Fetta on 100 supply, but 4k gold. Harassing here might lose the Blade Master if he's not careful. Yeah, has to TP out. And honestly, I'm not sure why Fetta is harassing with the Blade Master only when he's 100 supply in his main base on 4.5k gold and with 3 expos. I think he shouldn't be on 100, or he should attack right away and drop back to 50 or 80 as quickly as he can. Knecht, do you agree?
Sorry, I was just...
It's okay.
Okay.
I don't expect you to respond to my questions. You are with a 15-minute delay.
Yeah,
but
that's true. It's kind of sad that I dropped out of the game, but
yeah, you'll get more chances.
I can comment on the things that happened.
I mean, if you, ooh, what a kill here on that lich. So again, the MK dying, but not really worth losing 2 heroes in return. That will be an experience boost now for the DK, but you really want your lich alive. And here in the south we do see Fetta against Ashalar, and Fetta is able to kill the FS, so the FS turned out to be great, and also the TC he killed, wow. So this might be a deciding fight here for Fetta, who is in a very good spot if he doesn't lose the Blade Master, but Fetta with superior micro, as always, should be able to kill this FS despite not having any mana left, so this could be it for Ashalar, honestly. He's on 2k gold, but he's not pumping anything. I guess he might be forced into taverning here, or I don't see him surviving for that much longer. Yeah, Fetta with the Blade Master and the Claws plus 12, so that's a really nice item for him here. And oh, the Paladin here. And he has Skilled Devotion Aura, so he has no Divine Shield, which turns out to be very unfortunate for him. Nice to have high armor rifleman, but looks like a nice recovery by Godfather here, who should be able to kill this panda. There's nothing to keep him alive. Nice block here by the DK. Shouldn't lose the DK, but yeah, killing, better safe than sorry, killing the DK. So let's see if target is going to leave in a bit, because in that case I assume Fetta might be forced into peace here. I don't think he will be able to finish Ashalar as quickly as Godfather will finish target. And target seems to be one of these players who is going to leave rather quickly once in a bad spot. But seems to be willing to stay in this. At least he's going for the tavern revive, but sleep might be there. He's not using the sleep, but rather the carrion swarm, and there goes the paladin. So that could be it here for target. FS of Ashalar spawning right into the surround. Really unfortunate with him. And yeah. This is a really nice tone here for Fetta, who is getting tremendous experience with killing all these heroes. Yeah, and the hero levels of Godfather are pretty decent, 654, but I don't know, like, Fetta seems pretty strong here. He is on almost 10k gold. He has similar levels, if not the same, 654. So yeah, exactly the same levels as Godfather, but yeah, I don't know. I don't really think. We'll see. I guess if target stays in this game, he can survive for a bit longer. These towers indicate that he seems to be willing to survive. And now all of a sudden Ashalar seems to be in a worse spot than target even. Just losing hero over hero. So if they scout, which they are not yet, they could be forced into peace here. Godfather has a shade in Fetta's main base, but interestingly he isn't moving that shade, and he has no other shades here on the side of Ashalar, so he doesn't really know what's going on. And yeah, if target survives here, he can definitely deal some more damage and stay in the game for a bit longer. His hero levels are really decent, so even without gold, once you make it into the final three-way, you don't really have the... Like, it's not even the worst to go into the final three-way in the weakest spot, unless the other two players are really willing to force a one-on-one. There's no real need for them to team you early on, so you will be able to get some gold usually, and the worst thing to get is really experience points, but if you have managed to get some levels early on, as Target did here, it's usually alright, so we'll see. Yeah, map-wise, interesting, Ashalar has opened up his main base to the back, while Fetta has, which I like more, has harvested lumber more to the outside, so I think that's better than opening the main base to the back. Another MK kill here, and yeah, looking really grim here for this paladin. If only he had skilled Divine Shield. There goes. That's a nice experience boost here. So it's looking great for Godfather. More and more hero kills. A lot of hero kills already. And finally Fetta is moving towards the center. So here we see some nice doodads. Some nice lighting. And Fetta with a tiny great hole, I guess. And yeah, target is out. So with Fetta running around here and not trying to finish Ashalar, I assume he might be piecing now. It's the normal call once you get into the three-way, you don't want to continue fighting on your side, or it can turn into a free win for the remaining player very quickly. So as we see right here, yeah, Fetta is not attacking Ashalar anymore, but rather like Fetta being aggressive, Fetta being Fetta, attacking here. And is he surrounded? No, he's not. No, okay. There's a lot of gold to mine still. So 3k gold here, 6k here, mid mines haven't been started yet.
That's interesting. I always felt from the replays like there's not enough gold on this map.
Not enough?
I don't know. I'm not used to FFA, so seeing all those empty mines in late game is something unusual for me.
I think with these, yeah, it's and it's debatable. Like some players prefer maps with a lot of gold, others with less gold, and then you want your map to be playable for 4 and for 6-way. So it can be a thin line, and there's no perfect solution. I do think these 15k mines in the center definitely make it interesting, because there's a reason to like it. It's unlikely that they are empty quickly. So it's very likely that there will be a lot of very important gold to get from these mines late game. And we do see Fetta signaling peace here by laying down a potion of lesser invul to Ashalar. So Ashalar may do him the favor and return the item if he's nice. Rarely seen that, but yeah, he's passing back the item, so it's a no chat game. Maybe I forgot to mention it in this second hosting attempt. And yeah, so players are not supposed to chat. We have 3 brackets this season. We have a rookie bracket, a standard bracket, and a no chat bracket. And this is one of the games where players can't chat. So yeah, game slowing down here. Godfather also, catching up in gold. It's not a huge bank with 7k gold. So everything below 15k, I don't think is considered like a huge bank or a great bank. And yeah, not huge then. Like huge is, and there are some maps where players are able to get to 40 or 50k gold. If not more. Rarely happens because we usually don't play these maps, but can happen. So I like from the games I saw, the gold count seems all right here. We'll see. It might be a bit too little for 6-ways, but I think it's all right.
Yeah, I still have to watch some replays of Yala Veliki's map, because I'm really interested in that free gold mine with 4k gold, how the players use it.
Yeah.
Because it's something that hasn't been really done before.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
me
true.
and Yellow Veliki are
A player's forces are under attack.
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you. Um, that's certainly true. I'm not sure if it makes a difference after all, depending on the map, um, or depending on the other mines. It's just not really relevant for 4K. So it's more about, like, at some point players will mine it because it's there. But oh, and this is a very bad fight for Godfather. Nice TP by Fetta right in the center. Not losing anything, and Godfather, I mean, he dropped to 50, so I guess it's not bad, but he also lost all mines, but this, and even this one got harassed, so Godfather, from all of a sudden, from a very nice position into a very mediocre one. He still has the levels, and that's the important thing as Undead, but he's down to 5k all of a sudden, and yeah, as I said, he has only one mine, and it's really annoying to be harassed by these shadow wolves, feral spirits, especially once they're in this. Can't just dispel them anymore as easily. And yeah, Fetta is on fire here, attacking again, and depending on the scouting here by Ashalar, I do see a world in which Fetta can finish Godfather, but we'll see. Should be difficult still, but especially into this undead main base, but we will see. And yeah, now it's a three-way, so everyone gets his piece of the cake in the center here. And yeah, 5k mined by Ashalar here to the left. While Fetta is pushing into the undead main base, Decay a bit too far up front here, so he has to TP back. And yeah, Fetta, a lot more gold.
Player's forces are under attack.
And I don't see any, that's something that Ashalar should improve here. I don't see any Zend rewards by him. He has the wolves, but Zend rewards, yeah, I do think are still much better. And now he's taking some of the expos. Also could have gotten them a bit earlier, I guess. Not getting any peons now, he is. Blade Storm here? Interesting Blade Storm. Might be able to kill some of the units here, but like this doesn't look like 100 supply here anymore by Fetta, and he's dropping. Yeah, we will lose this fight. No question. Losing all units, wyverns on paper here, and nice fight, but this is not a good fight here for Fetta, who is losing 40 supply and not achieving much. I don't think he has killed much. He's killed some casters here, maybe a worm, but that's it.
A player's forces are under attack.
Yes, but again, I can barely hear you, and your voice sounds very, very dark and very deep. So no, I can't hear you well. So you I guess whatever tool that was that you had activated at start, you should deactivate it again.
A player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, so some creeps here still on the map, even some orange creep spots. And I was slightly hoping to see a Night Elf here, maybe in another game. I think that it could become interesting to see someone like getting a main base here in the forest somewhere. But I guess at some point we will. And Dreadlord of Godfather getting closer to level 6. He is signaling peace to Fetta now, which everyone's leaving the items today. And Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the horde is kind of necessary. I'm not sure if it's like the smartest. It's just like he was pretty dead.
A
So
player's forces are
I
under
even think
attack.
he got these expansions rather late. So he did not really achieve much. He's on 50 supply still and has only 5k. So he still has lower gold count than
A town
half
is
the
under
gold of
siege.
Fetta here. And Godfather dropped in gold, but his levels are just very impressive, and these orc heroes will not be able to achieve much. So, yeah, I guess if he wants to play a role here late game, he really needs to get an army soon and try to fight. And I'm not sure if this ground army will really do the job here. So I do think he should try to go for bats and hope for some nice betting onto these undead air units. I guess that's his best chance to get some experience because, yeah, Fetta has ground 2, and yeah, Fetta is not. I don't think Fetta is a nice enemy to fight here anymore for Ashalar with these low level heroes. So bats are probably his best bet to get levels. Knecht, you back? Can I hear you again? I can't.
A player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, and as mentioned, so especially without Parry up, these heroes die in no time. Okay. And Fetta did not accept the peace as it seems, so he's still harassing. And another parry up, very nice here for him. So 765, really decent against 765 for Godfather,
A player's forces
who needs
are
to be
under
very
attack.
careful to not lose his air units to Fetta. Else it could turn into a very ugly situation for him quickly.
The town is under siege.
What's Ashalar doing here? Unnecessary loss. And nice betting here on these onto these worms, killing all the worms. So that's a big deal. So whilst the Gargs lasted in stone form, this is yeah, this is looking dark. Almost dry, so it doesn't even matter for Fetta to lose this town hall and this great hall, and he's up to 10k. And let's see if Ashala is going to return that favor, going to harass Godfather, who is in a bad spot here. And again, there are not many wards on the map, but now he's going to see Fetta,
Town is under siege.
and let's see if that's going to prevent him from, or if that's going to change anything here about Ashalar's decision making. But I mean, only gold can really save him here. He will not play a role with his heroes except if he can get some levels. So let me quickly. Sorry.
A town is under siege. forces are under attack.
Nice death and decay here on that mid mine, but this Blade Master is so scary.
Player's forces are under attack.
Miss, 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 and there goes the call just in time and passing the TP, so very important to not lose a hero here. Can't really support it. And yeah, at some point he will need Ashalar's help. There are not many expos here for him to access anymore. This mid one is under heavy pressure, so he can't really get it. This one's almost empty. So there's really only this 5k mine or 6k mine that's going to remain. And Fetta is with 12k gold. Yeah, Fetta can just relax and try to get as much gold out of this expo as he can. And Ashalar is not really going to pose a risk here
Player's forces are under attack.
anytime soon. And yeah, there's another kill here, and yeah, as you see, even the Lich dying, just need to have your heroes too close to each other for a second, and that TC is just going to stomp all of them. And that Blade Master with Bloodlust is a beast. And even the Gloves of Haste, I think a very interesting conversation, and that might be another disc here, I guess, for Godfather. Unfortunate.
A player's forces are under attack.
And that might be it here, honestly, because I don't really see Ashalar having a chance against Fetta's heroes. We'll see. I mean, we saw Fetta throwing worse games. Feel a bit sad for Godfather. He seems to have some internet struggles tonight, so for once it's not Blizzard. He disconnected from the first game, and this is, I guess, another internet problem on his side. Yeah, I think he would have had a chance. He was in a very difficult spot. I definitely think he had a chance if Ashalar helped him at some point, but yeah, I guess it's, I mean, just sucks, but a bit too late to regame here. So it will be an all-in attack by Ashalar. Fetta not pumping units, that's something I really don't understand. Like, if you go into this final 1-on-1, like, why wouldn't you just spend your gold? Like, it's the only way he loses this. To a surprise attack, or purge? Does he know you can? Apparently not. He could have killed that Blade Master easily, I think, which would have been. Where is he going? What's he doing? Like, shouldn't he be on his way to Fetta's main base? That's the way he wins this. He sees these units, so maybe he just hopes to get them, but there's a TP, so yeah, he should. Wow, and he's, what the heck? What is Fetta doing here? There's the Blade Master. What the heck? Fetta. Oh, Fetta. I mean, that could be a nice window here for him now. For Ashalar. That's quite a heavy loss to lose the Blade Master. And he's pumping bets now. And yeah, it doesn't seem as if he could Tavern the Blade Master, and I don't really think that would be a bad call here. Ashalar arrives in time, but these towers should prevent him from pushing into it too far. It's FS got closer to level 6, so this should be pretty perfect for an Earthquake, but Obviously only if there is no Shadow Hunter with mana. Would be a huge throw here by Fetta, who is only a sub, so wouldn't be too bad. He would just not deny points, and we always like to see upsets late game where everything seemed obvious and then all of a sudden one player is failing to close the game. But again, it seemed so easy for Fetta. Like, what was his army doing here? I mean, if you have these heroes, if you see these enemy heroes in a final 1-on-1 and you have 10k gold, like why don't you just push the 100 supply, like keep everything together and then yeah, just finish it. And instead he's out of the map and losing his Blade Master. Nice betting here. Bets connect, Wyverns die. And ooh, he's forced into a TP, and I'm not sure why is he TPing out. That looked pretty good for him, and now the Blade Master is back, so I don't know, why would he TP? He was 96 supply, losing just some Wyverns, so his ground was pretty intact. I think he could have won that fight. Fetta was losing all the casters, so not sure what that TP was. I think that was a huge fail. That would have been his chance, and now it's yeah, it's kind of the same situation as we had before with the Blade Master back. And again, like, where's Fetta? What's Fetta doing here? Like, he has full mana, going for a tiny Great Hall here, okay, but and he is not even. Oh, he's going for it now. Do you really want to do that right now? Like, I don't know. I guess it's a good call to get that tiny Great Hall, but I just think he's losing too much time, and he did lose quite some protection, but he's also not using the protection buildings that he has because he wants to stay on 80 supply, and that could turn out to be a risky call here. Against 100 supply, even your heroes might not be able to carry that easily. And he really needs to be careful with this Blade Master. Instant hex. And 55 HP invul. And this is again 80 supply against 100 supply. And this Blade Master. My goodness, he's losing the Blade Master. So again, he is on. He is taverning, but this is getting expensive. And this tiny Great Hall will just instantly die, so oh, Fetta. Looked so good for you, and then is he choking again? We did see this incredible game. I think one of the first gold replays that I marked as a gold highlight on Warcraft3.info, the one on Death Rose with Shave and Cumulo and Taklefu, which was absolutely amazing, and one of the best, or one of the most entertaining games that I've seen in my years with the community now. And the ending was also pretty tense for Fetta, and similar here. He's not, he's finally pumping up to 100 supply, but we'll see. There are no bets this time. At least I can't see any bets. So the Wyverns are just facing the Wyverns, and level-wise, he's still far below, but once the SH reaches level 5, I guess he's in a good spot, focusing on the FS here, and that's a nice big bad voodoo. He really needs to, he really needs to stop the big bad voodoo, and he is going to TP out. Everything's TPing except this one tower. So Yeah. That was a worse fight here for Ashalar, who did drop a bit more. He got out in time, and he is establishing this expo again. These towers turn out to be so valuable. I just realized that Fetta built like 3 shops around this one Great Hall. Interesting, never seen that. And Fetta accidentally activates the formation movement all the time. I don't know why he does it. I think there should be some additional formation movements. Like there should be some fun stuff, like that all units are moving in one line or something if you move them. That would be nice. Pretty useless, but nice. Oh, Fetta. Blade Master is out on the map again, but it's a bit more careful this time. Yeah, and Ashalar is about to get closer to 0 gold here. He really needs this expo. This 4k gold, very, very important for him.
Opponent's forces are under attack.
Level 6 FS, so he might go for an Earthquake here if he has skilled it, which I'm not sure if he has. May have skilled Chain Lightning. Level 3. And this is a very nice choke here. I guess better choke for Ashalar, so I guess he should try to fight. He has fewer turrets, so much more difficult for Fetta to connect with all the turrets as we see here. And it's 88, 85 for Fetta, so it's very close. Blade Master is hitting some air here, so he's not under pressure, or his backline is not under pressure. And Fetta is losing more supply, but now Ashalar is pulling back. I don't know why. I think it's looking pretty okay for him. And Fetta's castles are all on 0 mana, while his castles have some mana left. Nice stomp here. Yeah, but now it's... Now he needs to be very careful here with the TC. That's a lot of damage, and that TC of Ashalar is going to die, so this could be it here for him. He's down to 70 supply, 1.3k gold, taverning the TC, and that's very risky. I think if he does so, he should TP out instantly, or that TC is going to die right away, which it is. So. And he's dealing some damage, so I guess, yeah, okay, but he's just losing hero over hero now, and that's, yeah, that's it. So Fetta being the sub here, denying points, very short game, I think. Just lasting for roughly 53 minutes, 54. Fetta getting top score here, followed by Godfather, who unfortunately lagged out, or not lagged out, who disconnected. I'm not sure if there's no lagging anymore, so I guess it's another good thing about, like, not Reforged, but the Warcraft patches. But yeah, unfortunate disconnect here by him. Ashalar 3rd place, and last but not least Target, and a lot of unit kills here for Fetta, and also a lot of hero kills. 23 hero kills in a 53 minute game. It's not bad actually. So was a fun one. Cool map. I enjoy it. I think it played out as I imagined it to play out on this map. And we will see, I think, one more match on this map in round 4. Next match is this round we will have on Friday, I think. On Friday, let me check. 24th, we are going to have one match at 21 CET. Very good one. And Mage might join me as a co-caster. So he was, I think he was the most active caster back in the old days. And I tried to lure him back into casting. So looking forward to that. And then there are going to be mass games this weekend. I guess I will hope I will hopefully be able to find casters for or streamers for all of them, because I won't be able to cast or to stream all of them. So we will try to stream them all. Not sure if we will be able to, but yeah, looking forward to that. And thanks everyone for watching. Thanks to Knecht for creating this map and joining me despite the disc. And have a good night, everyone. Bye bye.